So good afternoon, January 14, 2016. This is CISG113, Section 1, Information Security and Privacy. Today is day number 2 into the first week of the semester. So let's get started. So, welcome back. Good afternoon. This class, CISG113. And this is Section 1. The name of this course is Information Security and Privacy. And today is day number 2 into the semester. We went through day number 1 in this past Monday, and I did introduce to you quite a number of things, including starting to introduce to you what we're going to study or learn in this course by referring to the Learning Center syllabus. So we're going to start where we left off last time. So let's go to the Learning Center syllabus. Okay? So in the Learning Center syllabus, you can see that we've gone through the catalog descriptions last time, and you know that this is a 3 credit hour course, meaning we're going to be 3 hours per week class time. As I explained last time, because of the time required to give you enough time to switch between classroom. So instead of a 90 minutes class per contact sections, we just have 75 minutes. But anyway, we still can manage them. Now today, what I would like to make sure you know that we do have a textbook selected for this course, and the name of the textbook is called Computer Security Fundamentals. The second edition is published in 2012. Yet, it's really up to you to see if there is a need for you to buy this textbook, because if you study our course websites very carefully, you know that I've already extract most of what we need from the textbook and put it in the course website. Of course, you will see more of the course website on the Moodle environment next week. Okay? This is just the beginning of the semester, and this is day number 2. So I get through the message. We do have a textbook, but it's really up to you to see if you need to buy them. For the references, we have all these references available from our international library, so you can actually go to the library, check them out, and read them. But if they are considered as reference textbook, you cannot check them out. You can study and read them in the library, and you can make photocopies of related chapters. Okay. Having said that, you know that we have a very good set of references for you to study something. Yet the website is very important. I have to emphasize one more time. It's important that you visit our Moodle website at least 2 times a day, one in the morning, one in the evening, but the best is 3 times, including one in the afternoon. Okay, let's move on to design and mental and practical makeup for this course. Well, you have to, okay, I think they're fixing the print, it's okay. You have to understand we do have group work to do in this class, and it's considered as group-based project work. And the second thing you need to know is, I do not assume you have a lot of experience in group work. I assume that you're willing to learn how to work in group, okay? And it's important that you do not study alone in this class. You have to select one learning partner. He or she is going to be with you throughout the semester. They help you through the assignment, they help you through the midterm, and also help you through your project, or there is an individual project. So a learning partner is important. Partnerships and learning help you to learn much better. Today, we're going to use the learning management system called Moodle. And at the University of Macau, it is the Moodle system. Put it simply, it's an e-learning platform, because over there, I put the resources there, and you can access those resources 24/7. That means 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year. But we do not have that many days in this semester. As I explained to you, we just have about 3 months time together, and the semester ends on April the 30th, including one makeup class day on the 3rd or on the 3rd May, I guess. again, this point number 3, it's very important. We assume you understand what is meant by learning, but we need to make sure you know what is expected of you in the process of learning in this course. But learning, it's emphasized here, is not a spectator sport. What is meant by a spectator sport? There is a football match over there. There's a basketball match over there. You buy your ticket and you sit over there. You got excited because of the performance of the team or the individual member of the team. And you yell hooray when it's good, and you yell ooh when it's not good. Now, that is not the kind of attitude we expect from you as a student in a classroom, because as your instructor, all the largely from your impressions in the past, and I've asked you to share your secondary school experience, instructor is considered as the source of knowledge, and he's there to tell you what you need to know. But as I told you, the differences between a GE course here and a major course there, and you are not supposed to look at me as a performer. I'm not doing performance here, all right? And it's important that you have to get your hands at least dirty down there to get what you need to learn. And learning is not just by listening, it is by doing it, okay? So there is something you are expected to do in this course when you select to stay here. Okay, we have 3 important course learning objectives, and here we are. I have to make sure you understand what they are. First of all, as your teacher, it's my responsibility to help you become literate. It means knowledgeable in the specific fundamentals of information security and privacy. What is meant by information security? What is meant by privacy? How does this term play out in our daily living? And today, you're going to learn the first lessons in a way that it's comfortable for you. Okay, normally, when we talk about information security or privacy today, it is in relations to the interact era. Interact era now means we cannot live without those typical habits of living, going through your Facebook, emailing, messaging, and taking picture and whatever it is, and sharing between friends or among family members. And these include the concept of computer communications, and in doing computer communications, a lot of risk, okay? And we consider those insecurity risks, all right? And today we're going to look at examples of such insecurity. Hopefully you have not experienced it yourself, but you need to be made aware of them, all right? So this is the kind of instruction base. I'm going to give this to you, and you're going to pick this up from your own, okay? Where they are made available, particularly in the classroom. I provide resources in a way that you can learn from it by sitting comfortably there, all right? The second thing is a little bit different. It is, I need to encourage you, the students, to formulate, to put things together in your thinking, and to express, to tell people about it, your views on the designs of information security and privacy. What is meant by design? Design means the way things ought to be done according to your ideas, okay? The way things ought to be put together for the common good, okay? For the good of your security, for the good of your privacy, all right? So you need to think about ways things are being done currently, and you need to tell people what they should have been done properly. And of course, if you do not know anything about this, we're going to help you understand it through case study. Today, you're going to see quite a number of case studies in the material which we are going to give it to you. Written work, reading through perhaps newspaper articles, Macau Daily News, Hong Kong newspaper, oral presentations, your fellow students sharing in class about what I experienced for that issues of information security and privacy. And of course, classroom discussions. Once you share something, you would like your fellow students to feed back to you And the moment you got feedback from your fellow student, the moment discussions begins. And then the last and most important objective is to make sure I am going to help you to raise awareness, your personal awareness, of the impact of information security and privacy in our daily living, particularly with regard to the issues of how the computer industry is going to support or not support it. All right, we're going to introduce to you what is meant by practical discourse. Practical discourse does not mean the kind of casual conversations that you and I is going to have over lunch or dinner or even coffee break. Practical means something you're going to share only after careful deliberations of the ideas, of the goods and of the bads, the pros and cons. You have gone through some kind of personal judgment or something. Discourse means it's a kind of show and tell in a way that you're going to carry forward some idea which is going to be of impact to someone's life. The use of secure communications for purposeful human endeavors. Purposeful human endeavors means whatever you do, if you look at it very carefully, you can always identify the reasons behind, the motivations behind, the rationales behind. Okay? So you're going to understand awareness, which is a little bit more and deeper than simple understanding. Okay? It's something that has some impact, some influence in your personal way of living. Okay? So the 3 course learning objectives for this particular course, including instructions, the teacher will give you something quite teacher-centered, including student-centered, learner-centered activities of you need to think, you need to express yourself through different channels of activity. And then hopefully the result is your awareness of the impact of information security and privacy in our daily living. Okay, there's 3 important objectives. Then we do have some topics, all right? So as I share with you on Monday, among those courses, actually 4, under the category of information technology and knowledge society, we have 4 common modules. And they are the introductions to IT and knowledge society, ethics and social responsibility in the information age, the digital divide in the 21st century, and very important skill or competency called information literacy and competency. All right, the state of being and the ability to carry forward or to carry through some kind of action state. And then we have 7 essential topics in information security and privacy. You need to understand them in a systematic way. Now, I just want to emphasize that the number of hours there, it's for our course design purposes, because the number of hours we're going to meet each week is about 3 hours, and we're going to meet for 14 weeks, so we need to average out how much time we're going to spend on different topics. So we put the numbers there, okay, in order to make sure that we have some kind of even balance of the treatments of those topics. So with privacy and encryptions, with web attacks and internet vulnerabilities, with ethical issues of hacking and cracking. If you do not know what they are, it's okay. Just make sure you know something about this. The idea of privacy, it's something that belongs to me. I do have the privilege not to let people know about it, so private. Encryptions, and the method for me not to make people know about it is to do something called encryptions. Change it from a plain form into some cryptic form so that no one is going to understand it except myself, who has the key to unlock the secret. Web attack is the kind of attack launched on the web-based applications, particularly those through the internet browser. Okay? So the attack means something that you're going to do in the web so that when people use the service provided there, you can take advantage of the attack form to steal someone's information, to change someone's information, or to act on behalf of someone. That is very scary. Your identity is going to be stolen by a hacker, and the hacker is going to do something on behalf of you. It could be criminal. Okay? Intellect vulnerability, because normally in each system that we use, there are some kind of services on the system where weaknesses could be identified, and those are considered as holes in the software development. And they could always create some kind of software to make the best use of those holes to steal information. Ethical issues of hacking and cracking. Sometimes a bad person can become a good person with a bad intentions turn into a good intentions. Hacking itself is the act of intruding into a system. Cracking is not just intruding into a system, but damage the system. But is there anything good to intrude into a system or to damage a system? If there are, ethical issue comes up. All right. So information fraud, the kind of false story or false traps, which is going to entice you into some kind of system and ask you to volunteer to give your personal information. Okay? Just like a job search. Are you looking for a job? Good. Go to register yourself in the website that we provide. Make sure you fill every piece of information. They're collecting things. And then you expect that those information are used to provide you with a good job. Now, okay? Wireless network security. Oh, we're using notebook. We're using those devices. They are based on virus. Wireless. No wire. Network security. And we need to make sure that we're using the up-to-date encryption method in order to protect our personal information. Otherwise, people will come to do a lot of computer crimes. They will make the best use of the loopholes there and steal your information, act on your behalf, do a lot of bad things. But what can we do about this? The countermeasures, what can we do about this? What kind of things we can do to protect ourselves? Well, antivirus software, get updated often enough, make sure we subscribe to the antivirus software sources so that our database will be updated day in and day out. And so the higher the hackers go, the higher we can prime ourselves to protect our material. Lawmaking to make sure that anybody caught hacking into someone's system, you will be caught, penalized, and the risk is heavy. All right? So those are the topics we'll be interested in exploring in a way that it's very much close to our daily living. Now, if you look at the GE course here, this is not supposed to be a hands-on course. That means you will not be brought into a laboratory where different system will be set up for you to demonstrate your different kind of traps. This is just a GE course, and you do not have any tutorial, you do not have any practice, you just have class content hours, and we have 42 together. Forget about this 4 credits, all right? So this is a typo mistake. So, in the context of the study effort expected, you're going to come to class during the semester, and the total number of class hours will be 42 hours, but less than, because of the 15 minutes taken away from each content section. And then we expect that you're going to do self-study. That means do study at home, review the material, do search of information about 3 hours. Homework assignment will take about 14 hours, which is outside the classroom. And we need to spend about 14 hours doing the project case study. So expect the total number of hours you're going to invest into this course is 90 hours. And out of the 90 hours, 42 hours is the lecture, and the other 48 hours you need to spend at home. Well, if you take a look at that 48 hours divided by 14, how many hours per week you are going to spend in this course. You have to budget this, all right? It's very important. And the assessment for this course is very difficult, and this assessment scheme that's been used for more than 5 years. And so let me introduce to you. You're going to have 3 major assignments. And we call each assignment a learning contract because it's a commitment expressed between you and me in order to learn expected knowledge from this. And in each learning contract, we're going to have a combinations of 3 different types of work: individual work, pair work, and teamwork. But in the first learning contract, typically because the team has not been formed, you just have individual work and pair work. You must identify who is your learning partner as soon as next week. All right? So that's why you need to introduce yourself through the forum that I mentioned last time. Well, each of the 3 assignments is going to give you 10 semester points. So at the end of the 3 learning contracts, the 3 assignments, you're going to earn some number of points out of the total 30 semester points. So it's 30%. And the project, which comes next to the learning assignment, which is about the last 4 weeks of the semester, we call it the Learning Portfolio Project. It basically, what you have to do is you have to screw back all the things you did in a free learning contract and put it in order and add your refracted comments on each one of these. And that is your learning portfolio. It's an individual project. At the end of that, you can earn 20 semester points. So it's the project and the free learning assignment will add up to 50 semester points. But what about the other 50? First of all, as I mentioned, we are not going to have any final exam in this course. We have one midterm exam, which is scheduled after the 3 learning contract in the first week of the project 4-week period. And that will give you 15 semester points. And the midterm exam, it's model after the activities you have to perform in the free learning contracts. So it's mainly discussion-based questions. So that will give you 65 points. And 2 other important activities you must not forget, which are very important. And these 2 activities are supposed to be done on a continuous basis, starting from the 2nd week of the semester to the 11th or 12th week of the semester. So the first 10 to 11 weeks, you have to make sure you will spend time doing this. Now let me point to learn to learn activity first. You're going to earn another 15 semester point from that. Well, in this course, we have a reading list that I'm going to pass to you starting from this week. Actually, you can see that. We have 10 reading lists for the first 10 weeks, covering the topics that we just mentioned. And in each reading list, there are many, many sub-items. Okay, your job is to make sure you select one topic of your interest from each week's reading list. Okay? And after you've selected topic of interest from each week's reading list, you have to promise yourself that you're going to spend time during the week to find out something about that topic. Okay? So in the context of finding out something about the topic, using the traditional secondary school terms, we call it, you need to take notes of that specific topic. Okay? Well, that means I will give you the topic. I will also give you the sources of information behind the topic. And your job is to select one and look into the source and take notes. And that is what we call reading, plus some kind of online activity, because the notes you're going to take is supposed to be taken through the Moodle environment. You need to use the electronic notebook we give it to you, and you write the notes there, and normally we call this journaling, all right? So journaling is a very important activity because once you've selected a topic of your choice, it's based on your interest, you need to commit to find out what is it about this topic that I need to know so that I could be informed, something important about information security and privacy. Because your job is to discover what you need to know about this topic in the form of a journal. In the context of English writing, which is very important in this course, you're doing some research about a specific topic of interest, you're taking notes, you're finding out what is it there that I should be able to learn from it. So reading, journaling forms the essential activity of learn to learn activity, but it's not the end. After you've done the journal, you are obliged to take your journal and share your journal material with the learning partner and ask the learning partner for his or her feedback. Well, you do not need to burden your learning partner so much. So we give you a discussion forum so you can put your things there so that your learning partner can read the things you post there at his or her own time. Well, normally we did 1 hour, we did 1 week, not 1 hour. And then your learning partner is going to give you feedback in terms of written responses, and you will collect those written responses together with your journal material. And finally, you need to write a blog on this. Okay? So your blog is basically a product of your selecting a topic, looking up information about the topic, discussing the topic with your learning partner, and then you write an article or a blog or an essay. So in the first 10 weeks, you're supposed to do this at least 1 time per week so that you will have enough training on looking up a topic, note-taking on a topic, discussions of a topic, and blog writing of the topic. So the first 10 weeks experience will be very useful to you. And then you will be rewarded at the end of that 15 semester points. And this must not be done the evening before it's due. And you know that you will understand that I will not ask you to submit anything here until the end of the semester. Okay? So you have the whole semester to do it. But when it's time to do score accounting, and if you have not done this, I would want you that if you do not have anything so up here, you're going to lose this 15 semester point. No one wanted to do that. All right? So you were an adult now, better say a young adult. So you need to know the trade-offs. All right? Another thing that has to be emphasized in this course is what we call the in-class participations. You will see tomorrow that I'm going to send you a message called Call for Participations, starting from the 2nd week. And each week I'm going to give you the same call. I invite students to sign up for the in-class sharing. Normally each student will be given 5 minutes to share, holding the microphone, standing here, talking to the whole class, what you want to share with them. All right? So, and you need to sign up by responding to my call, and then you need to name a topic you're going to share, but with a maximum of 5 minutes. So, during the semester, each student is expected to do 10 such sharing, 10 times such in-class sharing. This should not be too much. And at the end of the semester, I'm going to ask you, please provide a record of the 10 times of sharings in class with the following evidence. First of all, a record of your sign-up. Second, a record of your sharings video. As you can see, I'm taking video here, which was put on YouTube. All right. So your sharings can be captured, and you have to take the sharings out with a specific record of the sign-up and a brief introductions of what you did over there. And you get 10 such records. I will give 2 semester points per record, and you can get 20 semester points. You earn your 20% along the semester, throughout the semester, by participating in the in-class sharings, and each student is highly recommended to do it. All right? And of course, if you need to have some support, you can also share together with your learning partner, and later on share together with your team members. It shall be counted. So these 2 items are very important, but they are supposed to be formative assessment of the work, and it is being done on a continuous basis throughout the semester. And I will not ask you to do it And you have to take the initiative to do it because by the end of the semester, you need to tell me how many points of these 35 points you have already earned. All right? And I'm going to ask you this. And if you have the red court, I'll give you the court. If you do not have the red courts, you're going to sacrifice your points. Okay? So it's a very interesting kind of interactions in class. And what you're going to do is, because here you need to select the topic, you need to do the journaling, you need to do the discussions, you need to do the blog. So at the end of doing this, come to share and earn your points along the way. And it's a very interesting active learning style. All right? So this is something I would like to inform you. The other things is, if you look at the schedule here, all right, I have already structured the topics here that we would like to introduce to you according to the number of weeks. Okay, this is week number 1. That's what we call a brain racking with, in which I need to introduce to you what we're going to do, how we're going to do differently from the major courses, and what you're supposed to be doing in each class in order to earn your points along the way, and with the topic you're going to learn every week. All right? So if you look at things like this, you can see the allocations of topics with the number of weeks that it's expected, and you can also see on this side is the coursework expected. You can see we have online learning journals, okay? We have discussion forums. We also have wikis for collaborations with your learning partner. And so, if you go through this, you can see that it's quite consistent. Until week number 11, 12, 13, and 14. Now remember, we do have final exam the review is stored. You can see there is a semester review. And then you have to enter your learning portfolio period, in which we want to do self-evaluations, we want to do peer evaluations, depending on the time commitments that do they expect from this class. And we have the course portfolio. All right, so these are things that is very exciting. Now let me just go back to the Moodle environment. So this is week number 1. So let's come to week number 1. Okay, you can see 14 to 15 such blocks next week. So those links, you can actually click into it, but I set those links to last semester's material just for 1 week. And then starting next week, you can see the material that is belonged to this semester. First of all, you can see that on each week, we're going to give you a teacher's message. All right, the teacher's message of this week was given to you on Monday. You read it already. So if you click on this, you can see the teacher's message of this past week. And for each week, you can see that we have the beginning day, which is normally Monday, January 11th. And we also have the end day, which is Saturday. So within this 6 days period, you are supposed to pick up some information for that particular week. And you can see that the design of each week's block is you have a head block, the teacher's message is the first one. And you also have some light music. And today, this week is called Look at the World. Okay? And then I'll give you some specific hints about how to get the most out of study. All right? You watch the video, and there comes a very experienced professor sharing with you what is expected of a college student. And then, as I said, that is the reading for the week. Each week you have a reading list. You click on this, that's the reading list. And beside the reading list, you also have a video list. A lot of very interesting video you can watch and learn from this. And then if you belong to the kind of quick-to-learn student who really cannot get started without a teacher's help, I've designed this learn and practice for learning content 1 for you. It's designed basically by extracting everything from your textbook and feeding to you spoon by spoon. All right? There you can find a lot of PowerPoint material, suggested exercise, notes from each chapter, and also end of chapter exercise. So you can feel comfortable with this class. With this material set up 24/7, 7 days a week, okay, 24 hours a day. You can always come back to learn the material, all right? And then for each week, we do have the kind of branded learning schedule. Suppose before you come to class, I would suggest some kind of activity you complete. And then during the class, I'm going to use the material that activity that is suggested here. And after the class, there is something to follow up. And end of the week, there are some expectations that you need to finish doing something. So this is called a branded learning environment. Instead of just focusing everything you are going to do in class, these guidelines help you as a student to know what you need to do before, during, after, and end of the week. All right? So if you click on those things, you can see something that belonged to last semester. Starting next week, you can see it that belonged to this semester. All right, so I'm going to reserve this later. Okay, a lot of things that I cannot finish doing it today. And then day number 2, something like this. So for each particular day, we do have some focus that I would like you to pay attention to. Each week we're going to meet 2 times. So today is day number 2. That is day number 1. All right. So you need to go back to read some of these, okay, for the week. And at the end of each week, you have some tools to track the learning. So the first tool is called Online Learning Journal. That it's an electronic notebook. When you click on it, there is an editor there. You can type, you can capture some picture, whatever it is. And then that is where you're going to store your journals per week and then copy it out and do it somewhere else. And we do have a public online discussion forum each week for the whole class to share ideas, to raise issues. And then beside that, for each one of you, I have a hotline, okay, for that week. And that is just like an email. You write on the hotline only between you and me that we know what's being written. No other student will know. And then at the end of this week, I would invite you to finish the first week of class questionnaire, okay? And please finish that before the end of this Saturday, 11:30. Just click on it. There are 12 questions. You just need to fill out some responses. So that is what it's being designed for you for a particular week. And you can see that something similar for the second week, for the third week, down to the 14 or 15 weeks, okay? And in this particular environment, you can see that whenever there is something that is supposed to be happening, you can see something on the right for upcoming event. As I told you, I expect you to finish this questionnaire before 11:30 evening on Saturday. So that will pop up until that time and it will disappear. That's going to remind you what you're going to do. All right? So, and then you can also see on your own who is online now. For example, I'm online, Karen is online, okay? If you're online, you can see who's online and then you can chat with them. Later on, I can install chat groups there. And then you can also see some latest references from our library, which is related to educations or anything else. I've given you some resources for typical applications of the web. And of course, later on you can see your blog, okay? And other than this is the calendar, all right? Today is the 14th, all right? So the calendar here is the 14th. You can see you can also organize your events like this. All right, so having said that, it's time for me to introduce to you something that you're going to learn today. It's a case study. It's a real-life story. It's something that you and I can understand easily because it happened in our world. And that was taken up directly from the news documentary, TVB News. So let's get into it. For those of you who cannot understand Cantonese, you should be able to understand it in Mandarin. If you don't understand Cantonese Mandarin, find a partner who can tell you in your language. All right, so let's learn something from the first lessons of information security and privacy. Yet, how are we going to learn this? The theme of the first learning contract, as you can see here, is inquiry-based learning, IBL. What is meant by IBL? That means what is meant by inquiry. As I showed you on Monday, it means questioning into something. If you want to know something, you need to learn how to ask the right questions. The process of asking the right questions, it's questioning into something. So the first learning contract, studying this week, you're going to learn the inquiry-based learning mode of teaching yourself something. because you're going to transition yourself from a taught-to-learn student, which you always rely on a teacher to help you learn, to being a learn-to-learn student. That means you're going to be your own teacher. So you need to learn how the teacher is going to learn something. So the first thing that I'm going to share with you, teachers learn by asking questions. Okay? And then we call this inquiry-based learning. And what we're going to study using inquiry-based learning today is what is information security and what is information privacy. All right? So let me offer some steps for you to think about to act on inquiry-based learning. Normally, there are three-step process in inquiry. The first one is observations, O, the big O. You need to observe what's going on around you, around the community member in you. And so what I'm going to show you today is to invite you to watch a documentary with me, and you need to observe what's happening. And at the end of you watching this, listen very carefully. That is your homework assignment too. Come to the public online discussion forum, share with the whole class one or two important observations you pick up from the documentary. Okay? It could be in the form of your finding. It could be so much better. It is in the form of your personal questions. Okay? So let's spend about 20 minutes here. Okay? Let's go for it.
打電話俾你嘅竟然係珠海市嘅公安。最高人民檢察院嘅網站話你犯咗法。
你擊入去，我變成咗一個通緝犯。有晒我所有回鄉證嘅資料，我犯咗咩罪？
除咗你自己，仲有人用緊呢部電腦。
佢呢一刻就可能係過你錢啫，但係佢其實個控制到呢部電腦，佢可以做到好多其他嘢，而你係唔知情。
騙術千變萬化，係咪防不勝防呢？
歡迎收睇新聞透視。上個星期咧，我哋辦公室嘅電話係咁響，一拎起電話咧就會聽到一段電話錄音。
你好，呢個係聯邦快遞公司，你有一封重要快件想你領取，如需查詢請按2。
如果按指示撳0字嘅話咧，對方就會有人接聽㗎啦，話你嘅包裹出咗問題。呢類詐騙電話可能你都曾經收過。香港有人就因為一個電話唔見咗800萬。到底對方係邊個咧？佢講嘅名、地址係真定係假咧？呢一集我哋同騙徒保持通話，繼續追查落去。
我想睇下近期啲電話係收幾人啊，同埋電話騙案犀利啊！
最近咧就臨一個電話騙案咧，收過啊！你接到啊？你接到啊？所以小心啲喎嚇！而家好流行㗎。
假冒內地官員嘅騙案，單喺7月，警方已經接到超過700宗報案，超過咗前6個月嘅總和。當中有260幾宗騙徒得手，呃咗高達8500萬。
好多人都抽過㗎，順豐啊咩DJL 好多啊而家。
我同事有收過，都係聯邦快遞打嚟嘅。
上個星期一，我哋亦都收到自稱聯邦快遞嘅電話錄音。
你有一封重要快件想你領取，如需查詢請按2。
電話接駁到去一位女士嗰度。
聯邦快遞你好，請問有咩可以幫到你？
我哋話自己叫做黃莉，對方就係查件，然後話我哋由珠海市景山路寄出嘅郵件喺通關嗰陣俾人扣查，發現裏邊藏咗32張銀聯卡，我哋否認曾經寄過。
黃女士，因為近期內地新聞都有報道過有個人嘅喪失呢外接咗嘅情況發生，即係如果唔係你本人去寄嘅話，咁我哋聯邦呢邊係建議你快啲去到珠海市嗰邊公安局做一個報案處理。
究竟所謂嘅寄件地址係咩地方呢？呢個地址有間銀行，旁邊咧就係住宅大廈。 我哋去珠海市聯邦快遞，根據寄件日期、寄件人嘅名同地址揾過。
93個編號，然後3什麼什麼的。當值嘅職員話冇呢個記錄。
這個電話應該是不是我們那個聯邦的？
電話由假冒速遞公司嘅職員轉駁到聲稱係珠海市公安局。對方話自己叫做牛警官，話要喺電話幫黃利錄口供，問咗佢嘅地址、工作機構、人工、有幾多個戶口、提款方法、每日嘅提款上限等等。就連身高體重、頭髮長短、面部特徵都問埋。
我沒有啊，我真的沒有。
那為什麼這種的話會被查詢到？你本人哪有這樣做外宣？3萬以中國銀行的賬戶在做使用，這個賬戶已經涉及到非法洗錢。
之後嘅電話出現另一個人同牛警官對話。嗰個人自稱係偵查大隊嘅李輝隊長，佢話會調查我哋係咪涉案，不過要先交2萬蚊保證金。我哋話需要睇到證據之後再匯錢，對方就約我哋第2日朝早再通電話。我哋去到珠海香洲分局揾電話裏邊嘅牛正軍同李輝，偵查大隊係真嘅，不過就冇牛正軍。
冇呢個人。
牛正軍冇。
一般我哋唔會話講俾你知我哋嘅編號係乜嘢，我哋都驚你投訴㗎。佢話呢個係佢編號。我哋珠海嘅電話。
即係唔係07嘅？
有成日有嘅，我哋大陸好多嘅。乜藉口嘅？我都接過啊，我都接過係電話打過嚟㗎。佢話係法院嘅，話人哋告咗我，我話攞咗公告，佢吸線啦。
第2日朝早，我哋將手機接駁到台頭電話，對方準時打嚟，叫我哋將電腦防毒軟件解除，之後再登入一個網站。
這個網站是屬於中華人民共和國最高人民檢察院的網站。你的電腦如果摻雜任何病毒，或者是有什麼反毒軟件有開啟的話，是不能登錄的。
我哋按指示輸入編號同密碼，隨即就出現黃利嘅資料同案情，話涉案嘅不法金額達到284萬。我哋話要親自去珠海。
你要到我們珠海市公安局都是可以的。因為你現在只要一旦出示你的證件的話，你會被馬上逮捕，這樣你明白嗎？
佢要求我哋當日將2萬蚊保證金存到工商銀行北京一間分行國家金融局霍建南嘅戶口，仲指定喺找換店嗰度匯錢，唔可以去銀行。咁究竟有冇國家金融局嘅呢？有北京市金融工作局、國家財政局，但係就冇國家金融局。亦都揾唔到一個叫做霍建南嘅官員。匯款嘅期限到啦，對方再打俾我哋。
我上網找不到這個局。
因為它是極獨家機密的文件。
有的，他的電話嗎？
那
他可以直接打給我嗎？你有他電話嗎？你有他地址嗎？
我哋按住來電顯示逐個打。大部分都係打唔通或者冇人聽。我哋查過假冒嘅人民檢察院網站，網絡地址喺新加坡。登記域名嘅公司資料部分係亂咁打㗎，公司名稱仲同時登記咗200幾個域名。警方話好多時候線索都會追查到境外。
我哋亦都曾經都追過好多，有時啲伺服器咧，其實可能喺美加嘅地方啊，或者東南亞嘅地方都有嘅。咁啊，另外嗰啲帳戶嚟講，我哋其實睇到啦，好多帳戶都係身處喺境外嘅，所以變相其實我哋都好依賴我哋同其他嘅執法機構啦嘅合作咯。
呢一間喺上海嘅餐廳係由香港人 Ellie 管理， 佢亦都係藝人李若彤嘅經理人。自問對錢銀都算精明，不過1年前一個電話 ，Ellie 就令李若彤唔見咗100萬。當時係朝早嘅8點幾，有人假冒北京朝陽區公安局嘅電話號碼打俾佢，話佢涉嫌洗黑錢、開賭博網站等等，仲叫佢登入一個官方網站，上面除咗佢嘅身份證號碼等個人資料，仲有佢回鄉證幅相。Ellie 更加感覺到俾對方一直監視緊。
我係一路着住個睡衣嘅，好坦白講。佢突然間同我講話，你着翻件衫服莊重啲同我講嘢，我好驚啊！即刻起雞皮。咦？如果我屋企攝上，即係佢入侵咗我，同埋我開住個電腦有視像啊嘛，即係佢會唔會入咗我電腦睇到我咧？跟住我嚇到咧，我即刻着衫。佢仲講得出我每一日去邊間銀行出入。
騙徒仲知道佢第2日會去北京，聲稱佢到埗嘅時候就會被捕。Ellie 好驚，於是就按騙徒嘅指示，用公司嘅電腦做咗一啲步驟，再將用嚟確認交易嘅 USB 手指插入電腦，撳咗個 OK 掣。
佢話：你撳一撳個 OK 掣得㗎啦咁樣。我係撳過嘅，但係我真係冇入過密碼。佢突然間個電腦成個黑晒，咁跟住佢就話：嗱，電腦而家黑咗，你唔使驚㗎，我哋而家喺度操作緊 ，OK。咁但係咧，呢個時候咧，你千祈唔好睇手機。喺呢個時候，手機突然間響，因為銀行咧係會有錢出同有錢入，係 send message 俾你。喺呢個時候，我見到100萬就冇咗。
啲錢係屬於藝人李若彤㗎。Ellie 即刻報案，公安懷疑佢嘅電腦同手提電話被入侵，對方控制咗佢嘅電腦做網上轉帳，亦都收集咗佢個人資料。
呢嚿錢咧，公安已經其實好坦白話俾我聽，係追唔翻㗎。公安就話俾我聽咧，呢啲戶口咧叫太空戶口，點樣咧？佢哋通常咧就用招聘，我哋今日招聘你哋幾點嚟呢度啦咁，用佢哋嘅身份證。如果你開咗個戶口而能夠即日開埋個 USB 咧，就有100蚊人工。佢哋可以1日之內揾到100個人開 account，所以我嚿錢喺5分鐘之內已經走晒啦。
呢個假冒最高人民檢察院嘅網站，網址同真人唔同，不過版面就幾乎一模一樣，只係其中一頁唔同咗，可以俾人輸入銀行戶口號碼、密碼等等嘅資料。呢個連結聲稱係下載網絡安全軟件，係咪真嘅呢？原來下載嘅係遙距控制電腦嘅軟件，令你嘅電腦俾人全盤操控。手機安全監控軟件又係咪安全呢？網絡保安專家楊和生用50幾個防毒軟件掃描過，只係得5個認到佢其實係病毒。
download 咗安裝完，咁你會啟動啦。啟動咗之後咧，黑客咧就可以完全控制你部手機㗎啦。咁基本上咧，佢可以喺呢部手機度讀取任何資料都得㗎啦。可能知埋你個聯絡人啦，知埋個電話號碼咧，再去其他人咧，或者你啲朋友咧，亦都可以嘅。
除咗套取通訊錄嘅資料，黑客仲可以做啲乜呢？我哋下一節再睇。
Wow! Do you believe that?
嗱，走咗呢2張文件呢，一張係假冒上一次人民檢察院嘅拘捕令，另一張咧就係假嘅資產凍結令。提供呢2份文件俾我哋嘅觀眾話，佢收到假冒公安嘅電話之後咧，只係提供個回鄉證號碼俾佢，但係之後佢收到嘅電郵有埋自己嘅相啦、身份證號碼，仲有出生日期等等。電郵密碼、信用卡號碼呢啲咧，我哋經常都會用到。原來騙徒要攞到呢一啲資料，比我哋想象中容易好多。
同唔少食肆一樣，呢間餐廳提供免費 WiFi 俾顧客上網。網絡保安專家楊和生就喺2樓做緊啲咩呢？
好多其他人咧都登入咗㗎啦。咁咧我做法咧就係咧截取晒所有佢哋嘅通訊咧，就係逼佢哋嘅通訊咧嚟咗我哋部機先。咁我部機咧拆解咗之後咧，再由我部機咧駁翻出去互聯網出邊個世界上面嘅。
連接同一個 WiFi，楊和生已經見到樓下部分電腦上緊咩網。我哋用呢一部電話連接咗同一個 WiFi 登入電郵，佢揾到電郵嘅登入 ID 同密碼。
我點解要截取到咧？其中嘅先決條件都係個受害者咧，叫做係佢見到個警號之後咧，佢唔理個警號，繼續揀咧，繼續進行呢個動作。大部分咧 yes man 嚟嘅，因為我哋嘅認知係咧，呢嚿嘢阻住我哋進行做嘢噶嘛。好多人咧都唔好細心睇嗰個警號係啲咩嚟嘅。
網絡世界儲存咗好多機密資料，黑客無處不在，手法亦都千變萬化。最近有黑客公布一項新嘅技術，透過多媒體訊息 MMS 入侵，有唔少手提電話預設咗自動接收。黑客只要發放植入咗木馬程式嘅 MMS， 就可以同時入侵大量電話。電話中咗毒會點嘅呢？楊和生喺呢一部手提電話裝咗一個黑客程式。
咁個 Apps 喺個手機度運行嘅時候咧，呢部手機就會主動咧聯絡黑客部機嘅。咁黑客一見到呢部機走嚟主動聯絡我嘅時候咧，咁我知道就係話有人中咗計啦咁樣。咁咧我就可以遠遠咧控制佢噶咯。行啲 command 睇下呢個 contact list 咧喺唔喺度咯。
電話本身儲存咗3個聯絡人，楊和生全部都見到。呢一啲係手機收過嘅短信，連手機舊主人刪除咗嘅相都揾到。除咗截取記錄，楊和生仲可以知道手機主人而家望緊啲咩嘢。
咁唔知大家有冇見到佢着過相機啦？咁理論上就應該冇見嘅。不過而家個相片咧，其實咧就已經顯示咗喺個黑客部電腦上面啦。
楊和生話裝咗防毒軟件都唔能夠100%擋住呢啲黑客軟件。打開一封有毒嘅電郵，下載一個 Apps 都可能會中招。
佢運作原理好簡單嘅啫。我哋可以咧面上包任何嘢得，譬如你中意玩某啲類型嘅遊戲，我可以包裝喺個遊戲上面都可以。如果你中意用某一類嘅實用工具，我亦都可以包喺實用工具。技術水平一般使用者嚟講係10分嚟講得3分嘅啫，咁黑客咧已經有9分㗎啦咁樣。
識得自己砌電腦嘅 Jackie 對電腦都算係在行。以前電腦中咗毒，佢都覺得唔難應付。直至舊年7月，佢發現屋企嘅電腦可能被入侵。佢經常使用嘅網上付款戶口 PayPal 突然多咗筆轉帳，筆錢轉咗做波蘭錢，過咗戶俾一個喺東歐佢唔識嘅人，但佢就冇好似平時咁收到通知電郵。佢向 PayPal 投訴，最終筆錢攞得返，不過 PayPal 嘅回覆就令佢有啲驚訝。
根據我哋嘅記錄咧，個 IP address 咧係你府上嗰個 IP address 嚟嘅喎。咁呢樣嘢更加令到我覺得恐懼啦。代表咗啲咩咧？嗰個 hacker 根本就可能就係入侵咗我部電腦，控制我部電腦去做所有嘢。
事後佢重新設定路由器，換咗防毒軟件，改晒所有嘅密碼。不過冇幾耐，佢再發現 PayPal 多咗一筆可疑轉帳，佢即時用電話上網查下電郵有冇轉帳通知。
咁我就 check 到我嘅 email 係有一秒係 pop up 咗有一個 transaction， 即係轉錢走嘅 email， 但係1秒之後就消失咗啦。咁我嗰一下真係望住咧，我係好嘩然嘅。點解會咁嘅咧？我即時聯想到嘅就係、咁，因為我屋企自己用嘅電腦咧，我又有個少少嘅壞習慣，我唔會好經常去登出所有嘢嘅。但可能正正因為咁個黑客咧，當控制到我部電腦之後咧，佢就可以連我個密碼都唔需要知道，就可以喺遠端地去控制所有嘢。
Jackie 嘅電腦有時候屋企人會上下內地嘅網站煲劇，佢懷疑係因為咁向黑客打開咗道門。網絡專家楊和生話：呢啲網絡播片程式有破綻，黑客可以將木馬病毒寫入去片段，喺網站睇片可能會中招。
譬如有啲片係一啲正常廠家提供俾你嘅，佢哋都會夾個病毒喺度啦。但係如果有陣時睇啲可能翻版啊、盜版嘅片咧，咁盜版人點揾錢？可能呢個就係其中一個揾錢方法咯。
網絡滲透無遠弗屆，黑客亦都無處不在。舊年本港超過6700宗網絡騙案，損失嘅金額超過12億港元。 做過保安局局長嘅立法會議員葉劉淑儀亦都中過招。有黑客假扮佢寄電郵俾瑞士私人銀行，吩咐要將50萬港紙過到去一個海外戶口。點解佢會為黑客開咗道門嘅呢？原來係因為一封假扮港鐵主席錢果豐寄嚟嘅電郵。
佢就係話Regina，I need help urgent。唔該你打開一個附件啦咁。咁我以為朋友揾我幫我即刻打開個附件，我諗佢中咗招啦。
近幾年嚟，網上流傳好多錢果豐名義嘅假電郵。舊年本港嘅電郵騙案超過1200宗，涉及嘅金額係網絡騙案當中最高，損失咗近10億港元。
好多年之前咧，冇咁多保安嘅考慮嘅，咁所以咧，今時今日嘅電郵咧，仲係用緊咧係第一篇咧嗰個嘅技術同埋嗰啲嘅數字去認證嘅。其實一個電郵任何每個部分咧都可以咧係更改嘅，係寄件者咧嘅名稱咧係打乜都得嘅。
中小企老闆 Anita 每日嘅例行公事就係刪除呢啲垃圾電郵。
好多係話你個 invoice 仲未 settle 喎咁樣，咁都幾多喎近來，差唔多一日都有一個或者兩個咁樣嘅 email。琴日我又收到有一個係我哋其中一個人嘅名嘅，但係 from 嗰個地方或者個 email domain 咧係我哋從來都未聽過嘅，第一時間就會將佢劈咗落去個 spam mail 嗰度。
點解要咁小心呢？前年佢一個喺外國嘅客突然問佢點解改咗入數戶口都唔早啲通知佢，佢先知道有人扮佢寄電郵俾客，叫客人過戶到另一個海外戶口。Anita 開始發現黑客嘅蹤跡。
我哋都諗唔到咁犀利啊！佢扮我哋講嘢，亦都有扮對方改咗佢哋嘅 email 嘅domain，因為通常呢啲 email 都牽涉有好幾個人喺裡面，咁我哋都唔會逐個 email 去 check 個 email address 改咗。
Anita 事後即時改晒公司所有電郵嘅密碼，不過冇幾耐，黑客又再出現。佢喺美國嘅熟客係一間細公司，過咗幾萬蚊俾個黑客。當發現係騙案報警嗰陣，嗰個戶口已經取消咗。事後 Anita 照樣寄貨俾人，算係分擔損失。公司之後3次發現黑客，佢決定報警。
其實警察都同我講，我哋幫唔到你嘅喎，因為呢啲係跨境嘅事情。我哋唯有自己小心咯，因為真係冇人幫到我哋㗎。當我哋要收錢嘅時候，小心啲，再同個客 confirm 多一次，一定係匯翻嚟呢個戶口，唔好匯去第二度，即係自己行多一步咯。
公司人人都用電腦，亦都可能係有人唔小心令公司系統俾黑客多次入侵。員工 Anna 同假冒嘅客人通過電郵，佢話而家上網會小心好多。
以前即係我都有上 QQ 啊嗰啲，你知有時有啲八卦新聞啊，咁樣即時彈出嚟嗰啲，我會追入去睇下咩事啊咁樣。咁但係而家我會留意啦，都係冇睇第一封 email，跟住咧就 attach 一個 Word 嘅 file， 即係一句嘢就係話我已經做到 payment 啦，我就會知道咧呢啲係假㗎啦。好似雞頭叫你要諗下已經無端端點解有嚿錢掉落嚟俾我咁樣。
面對千變萬化嘅騙術，無處不在嘅黑客，一般人除咗話小心啲，譬如唔好用公眾電腦同 WiFi 輸入個人資料同密碼之外，大型嘅金融機構又係咪需要為大額轉帳設多啲嘅保安認證呢？今集嘅時間差唔多，我哋下星期同一時間見。
Here we go. It's 25 minutes. You've learned quite a lot of stories on information security and privacy. Of course, these are very recent events. The documentary was aired on August 8, 2015, collecting stories in the first half of 2015. And of course, as the time goes, we still can see a lot of different stories coming up, particularly on how the hackers cheat, right? So now it's your homework over the weekend. It's for you to rewatch this particular documentary as many times as you want, and you can put down some questions of your own, whatever question you believe are valuable, and then you share your questions through the public online discussions forum. All right? So I hope each one of you will spend some time contributing to your fellow students' learning from this interesting episodes. And of course, before the end of today, I need to make sure you understand where we are. If you want to know something specific about information security, if you look at day number 2, I've included quite a number of soft videos here, which will help you understand the perspective behind. But before you go, I just want you to know that this is what we are doing. Since we have 10 minutes left, let me just give you 3 minutes of why we are doing what we are doing today. 4 minutes.
What is active learning? First, active learning involves teaching techniques that are something other than straight lecture. Second, active learning is not an entire project or assignment, but a much smaller task you give your students. However, a project or assignment can have several active learning pieces within it. Third, in order to consider something active learning, students must be doing something including discovering, processing, and applying information, not just listening to a lecture or reading a PowerPoint. Active learning can take many different forms, and instructors often use different strategies in face-to-face and online classes due to their differing approaches to teaching and learning. For example, in a classroom, the instructor might ask each student to turn to their neighbor and discuss a particular topic. In an online course, the same exercise can be accomplished using a discussion thread, document sharing, or instant messaging. The idea is the same, but the approach is different. So what about these examples are considered active learning? In our face-to-face class example, simply having students turn to their neighbor and discuss a topic is active learning. In the online course, having 2 students discuss the same topic via a discussion thread is active learning as well. Research shows that students learn more when they're engaged in active learning. It's important to remember that lecture does have its place in both face-to-face and online environments. However, during active learning, students are involved in much more than just reading or listening, and more emphasis is placed on higher order thinking skills, such as analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. Further research has shown that students retain 70% of what they say and write, and they retain 90% of what they do. Compare this with the fact that students retain only 10% of what they read and 20% of what they hear, and you'll start to understand why active learning is so important. Now that we have an understanding of what active learning is and why we should implement it, let's look at some specific examples to give you a clearer picture of what constitutes active learning in practice. Let's take the example of a small group discussion. In a face-to-face setting, you might group students up and ask them to discuss a particular topic. While this alone is active learning, you can add to the exercise by asking each group to present their findings to the class in the form of a standard presentation, a radio or TV commercial, or a comedy skit. Now let's look at a small group discussion in an online course. You can group students into separate discussion threads and have them discuss a particular topic. Again, this alone can be considered active learning, but you can add to the exercise by having students present their findings using various Web 2.0 tools such as recording a presentation with a PowerPoint or Prezi, submitting a voice thread with audio and a series of images that relate to the topic, or present their topic in story format using Google Maps. As you can see, the possibilities are virtually limitless, so be creative. Both our face-to-face and online active learning examples covered the higher order thinking skills of analysis and synthesis, but what about evaluation? In this example, it would be quite easy to hold a peer review of each presentation. In a face-to-face class, you can simply have students give their opinions on how appropriate each group's observations were and how well they presented the information. This should spur more conversation with the guidance of the instructor. In an online course, peer reviews can be held using a simple discussion thread or a voice thread. So what about these examples are considered active learning? In our face-to-face and online class examples, the small group discussion is active learning, as is the preparation for the presentation itself, and the peer review of the presentation. Each step in the process is itself a distinct active learning strategy. Since students retain more information during active learning, simply stated, active learning equals better learning.
It's expected you experience the active learning episodes in this class to lead to better learning experience in this semester. Okay, finally, allow me to take attendance for the day, and then I'll let you go, all right, within 5 minutes. Rest you. Okay, Johnson, Yudong, thank you. Star, thank you. Ken, thank you. Terry, thank you. Iris, thank you. And then Andy, thank you. Christina, thank you. Sonia, thank you. And then Tina, thank you. Cleo, thank you. Joey, thank you. Winnie, you're not here yet today. Okay, Yang Xiao Hui, thank you. And then Denny, thank you. Nicholas, you're not here yet. Okay. Huan Yin, thank you. All right. And then Boy Gowler, thank you. Blue, thank you. Ming Xian, thank you. All right. Louise, thank you. Sammy, thank you. Raymond, thank you. Anson, you're not here yet. Steve, you're not here yet. Okay, let me save this page. We have 42 students. Yes. And then Levine, thank you. Serenia, thank you. Donna, thank you. Muffin, thank you. Threat, okay, not here yet. Michelle, thank you. Fatima, not here yet. Okay. Heidi, thank you. Karen, thank you. Eureka, thank you. Yoga, thank you. Gambo, thank you. Shen Wen-Zi, are you here? Shen Wen-Zi, not here yet. Okay. Ada, thank you. Steve, thank you. Jia, thank you. Dutta, thank you. Hannah, thank you very much for coming back, and I'll see you again next Monday. Let me tell you where you have to go next Monday. I will send this for the message. Next Monday, when you come back, go to E3. This is E4. Go to E3, first floor, 1032. Go to E3, first floor, press 1 when you get the elevator, 1032. Okay? It's the interactive learning space provided by the Center for Teaching and Learning at Harvard. Okay? See you there next Monday. E3 1032. I will give it to you again in the message for next week before Monday. Okay? Have a good weekend. All right, see you back here.
Yes. How are you?
我唔係話學校啲設施咁咩，你之後考都揀樓板。啊。
俾人嘅啫，唔似喎，喺美國嘅你威直情問我。
但 exchange 唔係即係 XD 都係照 XD 嘅。
其實一個 final essay，即係一個 essay 咧，你寫嘅時候咧，你嘅將等於你嘅 draft 一樣。當你寫到個 draft，應該係虛無全清出一篇好嘅文章。OK， 得唔得 ？OK。咁頭先講咗10。So that's it for today's CISG113 Section 1 Information Security and Privacy, day number 2. Until next week, stay in tune.